How's it going, everyone? I'm Gonzer, and today we're going to be talking about how I would write the return of Paul and Infernape. That's right, both of them at the same time. Because I think that's the best way to do it. It'd be nice if I could make separate episodes of the two and say how I would return Infernape, how I return Paul. The truth is, I do it at the same time. So let's just jump into it, guys. Not much to say from there. Everything I need to comment, I will say as we go. So, first of all, I must aver that I am relaying fan fiction here. I'm not saying that this is gonna happen. And the last time I did this, there was a lot of people who were saying,
"Hey Gonzer, that story was great, but it will never happen. Ah!
This is a really good prediction, but it ain't gonna happen." And I'm like, well, no shit. Duh. I'm basically relaying fan fiction and basically saying to the writers, catch up, motherfuckers, because there's a lot of demand here. People want to see this shit. It's obvious. I don't know why they are not taking advantage of demand, especially on an anime that is legitimately dying. Come on, Pokemon. Okay, here's how I'd bring Paul and Infernape back. Let's go. In the not too distant future, a couple of Sundays away, there was a crew named Ash and Go, and No Go isn't gay. Na-na-na. They worked at Sakuragi Institute, just a couple trainers like you'd run into. An email came for Ash 12:30. That's when he learned about a tag battle atop of Mount Moon. Boo, doo, doo. Just fucking around, guys. But no, legit, that's how it goes so far. Ash is all, yo, we gotta go to Mount Moon, bitch. What the fuck? There's a tag battle and shit. And Go is like, well, golly whiz, man, I've never actually done anything good or anything. So I'd rather go just throw Pokeballs at shit and get Pokemon and feel accomplished. Hey, Mom, I threw a ball. Ha, Mom, I threw a ball. It's like playing baseball and feeling fulfilled, but like divided in 100. It's the stupidest shit. Ash drags Go there no matter what. Ash is like, fuck you, Go, we're going here. And Go, he mopes around not wanting to be in the battle, And that's when we hear, the familiar voice. He goes, wow, Ash, I never thought I would see you again. And furthermore, we see, this is Paul. And he, mentions things that he heard about Ash. But, really, like, he didn't expect to see him again. It's important for me to have characters reference the past, their past or the past of other people, because I hate how the Pokemon anime acts like these characters were born yesterday. It is so annoying. Talk shit once in a while. At least mention things that happened in the past, especially when things relevant to it are occurring. It's kind of dumb. So we find that Paul is there and he's participating in the World Championships, and this is a World Championships tag thing, guys. So, although it's a tag battle, the people who win, they're getting equal amount of points or whatever going up into the Pokemon World Championships. And Paul, he asks Ash, like, hey, do you have a partner? Is this your partner here? And Go takes the opportunity to be like, no, I'm not doing this. You two be together, So, the tournament goes on, and, they're whooping ass. Ash and Paul, they're just whooping everyone up. They climb through the ranks, and they get to the championship match, okay? But after the semifinals, Paul finally brings up Infernape, and Ash is like, yo, I haven't used Infernape since Lily of the Valley or the Sinnoh Conference. He does his little, I haven't seen him since Sinnoh League. I don't know why Ash is British, don't ask me. Until that point, Paul had been, he's been acting nicer than before, but the fact that Ash hasn't used Infernape in so long, like, legit pisses Paul off. And this is a very important moment for Ash, because Paul shows Ash that his training methodologies in between resets are contradictory of the resets. And that benching Pokemon for elongated periods is pretty fucking cruel to do, especially when they like battles like Infernape does. It's what Infernape wants to do. It's like his main thing. This kind of wakes up Ash to the fact that his resets, as he picked up in Johto, aren't all that great. So the one thing I want to point out here is that if Ash just starts rotating his former teammates in, it wouldn't make sense. He needs a worldview change here. Something needs to cause it. He can't just start acting differently. And that's the biggest reason. He needs someone to come along like Paul and browbeat his ass and explain it to him, like, wake up, dude, this is stupid. He needs that cruelty pointed out. So the next day, the championship battle is about to begin, and Ash is nearly late to it. As the battle begins, Paul throws out Electivire. He goes, Electivire, stand by for battle. And Ash kind of looks at Paul, and he throws out Infernape. He goes, Infernape, I choose you. So Infernape and Electivire, they grin at each other, and they're ready to, to beat their opponent's ass. And, Paul kind of does the same to Ash, but Ash looks a little ashamed, right? He's like, oh man, I've fucked up for so long. We find that their opponents are kind of like Ash and Paul used to be. Say one of them accidentally attacks the other, and they're kind of bickering, they get in each other's way. And, Paul sees this and he goes, does that remind you of anyone? And Ash kind of nods, uh-huh. As the battle goes on, however, Ash and Infernape, they don't seem to be on the same page, and Infernape takes a hit or two for Electivire, that kind of stuff going down. We get to a point where it looks like the other team has gotten their issues sorted out. It looks like they're going to win, like they're going to mount a strong offense and win the thing. And Ash and Paul, they keep trying to cover for each other's downed Pokemon, but they just end up getting hit and getting double teamed. So at this point where it looks like they have lost and this other team is, fucking flexing like, we did it, yeah. Ash sits there and he's like, I'm sorry, Infernape. Sorry that I let you sit there on the bench for so long when I've been out journeying for quite some time. But he promises to Infernape that he misses him very much, and that he remembers him vividly, and that he promises to rotate him and others in from time to time from now on. And here is where Ash finally shows us what he learned from Paul, and he finally gets his balls back that he lost at the end of XY, that he lost to Sun and Moon. A lot of people are going to get mad about that, but he has not acted objective since the beginning of Sun and Moon. Ash goes, he looks at Paul, and he says, Paul, attack Infernape. And Infernape smiles back. Paul smiles back, immediately knows what's going on. Electivire grabs and shocks Infernape, and the audience thinks that Ash and Paul have absolutely lost it. Ash and Paul could fake that they're fighting eeach other too. It's your fault. You need to stop doing this. But after this, we know what's going on. Infernape, he gets up, Blaze activates. Infernape and Electivire just run roughshod on their opponents. They take the 2v2 tournament big time. Mad hype, sweet end of the battle, tournament over. So as the episode ends, Ash and Paul, they say their goodbyes, and they hope to battle each other later on in the World Championship. So we'll see Paul later, but, maybe he won't battle Ash, but maybe we will just see him later or something. That's how I would do it. They don't really need to battle each other. The best story Pokemon has ever told was about Ash and Paul, so I don't think they need to really go and battle each other, but I digress. But say they're at the Pokemon Center, and Ash, he gets a delivery there, and as Paul leaves, Ash hands him the package. As Ash and Go walk away, Go is like, wow, the way you two battled, the way you planned that, you two must have been good friends. And Ash responds, we were rivals. And Go is like, yeah, but rivals, but you were still friends, right? And Ash is like, no, we hated each other, more than anything. We were mortal enemies, dude. And as he delivers that line, we see Paul opening the box that Ash gave him. I sound like some of my commenters. And he finds out that Ash gave him the Soothe Bell that they won at a Hearthome tag battle in Sinnoh, at the Hearthome City tag battle in Sinnoh. And Paul kind of smiles and lets out a quick and that's where I would end that episode. So, what do you guys think? Do you think they should even, you think Paul and Infernape should even return? I think they should. I think Ash needs to rotate his Pokemon in. I'm not saying every, I don't need to see fucking Scraggy again. I don't need to see any of the black and white Pokemon again. But he needs to have a worldview change where we could see some of these former Pokemon, and it's not like he's just cruelly benching them. They need to work on a fix for that. And this series, I think we're going to see some of those former Pokemon, so I think they need to work out how Ash is going to change. And I think that's a good way to do it, but I digress. So that's going to be it for today, guys. I would appreciate it if you would like, comment, subscribe, and share. The funny thing about sharing is, guess how many shares I got last month, guys? Only 17. I'm shocked by that. And then the other funny thing is, when I ask people to follow me on Twitter, on my birthday that one day. Hilarious shit. Everyone who commented that they followed me on Twitter were people who already had, and no one followed me. Like, I thought the channel was actually moving a little. I was laughing my ass off after that. I'm like, wow, man. I asked him to follow me on Twitter for my birthday and no one did it. The people who are gonna follow are gonna follow, I guess. Just, I need to learn the YouTube foo, yo. But that's gonna be it for today, guys. I'm gonna throw a comment up there. A little poll, actually. Boop. Okay. Off center, didn't really touch the corner, but you get the point. The question is gonna be, should Ash battle Paul again? I'm gonna say no, but you guys might say yes. You might want to see that. We'll see. But for now, share, and peace out, cats.